As I walk around the room with all the students at lunch, I want to talk about when the last 6 weeks, the last cycle's assignments were over, and I talked to my students about the grade that they had given themselves or that were giving themselves. And I told them that in the past, when I was grading artwork, I looked at each person's artwork and compared it to what I thought they should have been able to accomplish in the time I gave them and the materials I gave them to work with and so forth, and how it compared with all of the other students that I had in that class as well as other classes. So I told them, I said, I would take their work and I would go ahead and just lay it out and choose the best ones, and I'd put them in a stack, and those would be the 100s. And then I would go ahead and those that were not quite as good, I would put those in a stack, and that would be the group that were of 90s and so forth and so on. In other words, I compared their work with other students' work done at the same time. Well, in this case, I said, you're grading your own work. You're not pleasing me. You're not choosing to follow my directions as far as what you're to do. You're to please yourself, and so you're giving yourself a grade on how well you liked what you ended up doing. And for me, that was a real breath of fresh air. It was something that all of a sudden I felt, yeah, that's the way it ought to be. They should be making art that they really like, that they really enjoy, and that they would take home and put on their wall and they'd be proud of. So all these years that I've been teaching and choosing work that was the best work simply because it fulfilled what I thought ought to be good was now secondary. Whether I like it or not, it's whether the students like it. That's the important thing. So anyway, I thought I would include this as well as a little view of the classroom with no students in it because they're at lunch right now, and give me an opportunity to kind of show some of their work as it's laid out, and also what the classroom itself looks like. It's a small classroom. All of the easels that you see are used for airbrushing on the B days, on the days that I'm not here in the airbrush class. And he uses the overhead projector quite a bit. I use the regular projector. These are the books that I have lined up back here for them to work with and for them to look over. I brought in an entire library of books that they have available to them, as well as these books here, which are their textbooks, and another set of textbooks up here. Then I also have in this cupboard a number of magazines and other soft cover, such as the Artist magazine. I have a whole collection of Artist magazines that they can use as reference as well. So hopefully that will give you a pretty good idea of what the classroom looked like and what the students' work looks like.